Okay, this is my Ford F-150 Power Wheels. This is a project for a gentleman at work whose son is a police officer in Lexington, Kentucky. And the ring bearer, part of the whole wedding ceremony, the ring bearer is a very, very small boy, and they really didn't trust him going down through the crowd of people at the wedding, so he tasked me to make this remote control. So bear with me a minute while I get the tripod set. So that is what I have done. Now I'll pop the hood and show you what's in here so far. That is what we have. This is a Traxxas EVX2 speed controller down underneath the fan, and I have the fan on there. It's actually a 12-volt stepper motor fan to keep the EV cool, since this is enclosed with no airflow at all. I have a small sealed lead acid 6-volt battery just for the steering servo, so I'm not robbing anything from my other two 6-volt sealed lead acid batteries, feeding both channels of the EVX. And then the small battery pack down there is for the fan. So there's a few batteries on it, and that's what I came up with to be able to give the runtime that I was hoping we was needing. Now I'm going to show you the underside on what I'm using to steer this with. So in just a second, I'll tip it up. So that other battery down there, that is a 12-volt, 12-amp-hour battery. I made a little cage to hang down underneath the deal here, because when this truck's done, I hope to get video later. It's going to have the police decals for Lexington, Kentucky, and everything on it. Make it look like a police truck with wig wag and strobes and the light bar and everything else when I give it back to the guy. Right here is what I am using to steer it with. It is a high-tech HS645 tied into a Servo City 13-point, I believe, 5 or 8 gearbox. The HS45, as a lot of you would know, has 133 ounce-inches of torque going through the gearbox. I'm getting over 1800 at the shaft. Of course, it's not that much. I have a 2-inch extension off of it, and I'm tied into a homemade tie rod system of small parts that I got from a company called smallparts.com. So they're little ball joints, and it's real nice so that you don't damage the servo. They are actually quick release, so you can take the bar off, and then you have your steering without damaging or harming the servo. And then they get to their place, they snap it back on, and they're good to go. So now I'm going to get it ready to run, and I'll set it back down, and I'll be out in front of the camera in just a second. drive with the other one, so I have nobody here helping me, so I've done this before, we'll see how it goes. I'm going to bring it back and see how hot the controller's getting without the fan running. Pretty smooth operation though. Now we'll see what's going on and see what my heat sensor doing. Barely lukewarm, so that's a good start. So, hope you enjoyed my little project. I will be delivering this to the guy tomorrow, and hopefully they have good luck when we get to the wedding later.